I had these like Russian illegal immigrant drug dealer pimps that lived at my house when I was a kid. I don't know. They were like just into all kind of crime stuff. And one of them spoke English pretty good and the other one not so much. Uh, and they would lift weights at the house and they would like show me how to lift weights and like kind of push it on me. I was a real little, I was always super skinny. And the one ended up getting locked up for a long time. The one got locked up for a couple months. And when he came out, he was like beast. He was like super on steroids. And uh he like, it's so funny looking back at some of the stuff that was going on, because just at that time in my life, I was like, oh, this is so normal. Like everybody has the Russian drug dealer on steroids that lives in the laundry room who like hide. His name was like hide raw meat like under the bed because he like wouldn't put it in the fridge because he knew the family would eat it. And a dude, he was on steroids, so he was like, yeah, I just need to be eating, you know. So like he would just be like pulling ham out, like rotten ham. It would stink, and he would be eating rotten ham. I don't know how he like digested it. Like I don't know. It was just bad. But so he was the one who spoke a little less English, and there was like a period where I would like work with him on English a little bit. We'd like talk, and he'd ask me words, and then we'd lift weights together. That was like I wasn't out. I wasn't like really out in the neighborhood like that. I was with my little. His name was Alex. I was with Alex in the house. We had like a little bench and stuff, and we go out in the yard and like do like just like typical stuff when you're getting into lifting weights, like curling and benching a lot. And then high school, I think at this point, Alex got locked back up and he's in jail, and I haven't seen him again since then. But I had friends that were in a band called Ruiner. I don't know if you guys were familiar with that band. The singer was like a really good wrestler, and he was like we played in some bands together when we were kids. He like kind of pushed me to get into wrestling, and I really liked wrestling a lot. I liked the element of nobody to blame. Like if you fuck up, you can't say, oh well, Timmy passed the ball really bad. Like you fucked up and that's it. You got to own it. You got to get better. That's what's going to be. So did wrestling for a little while, and I think music kind of like kept me from committing to wrestling. Like I was like I would like commit to it, and I would train and did all right and like won some matches and shit. But then like I don't know, like if it came to I got a match coming up and I don't know, like Converge is playing, I'm gonna go see Converge. You know what I mean? Like started bailing on. I was very much so not dependable in that sport.
I know wrestling is one of those things where you gotta go hard, or like those people really commit everything to that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like just keeping weight and stuff like that. I think I was like when I started wrestling, I was wrestling at 125.
Wow.
And then like the last year I wrestled, I got to like 135.
Would you
really
cut
small.
weight to get to 125, or that was just where you were at?
I think I would sit at like 130, and you know the deal. Like it'd be like the day of your match, and I'd be like spitting and doing crazy shit to, you know, like what are those little bag suits you would fucking run in and
Yeah, the
shit. And
sweatsuits. Yeah.
yeah, I would do that whole thing. I would just eat like shit and be a piece of shit, and then time to wrestle, I would just drain myself before my match. Just
I got a lot of
water.
respect for wrestling as an art, as a martial art, pretty much. Like I just like how people think it's just about brute force and brutality, because I
Oh,
know
it's
that it's
strategic.
not. It's really
Yeah.
like if you got like a 125-pound, 130-pound wrestler, and you could be like a 160-pound man, but if you don't know anything, that kid's gonna feel like he's like 200 pounds.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's crazy when you watch like the highest level of wrestling. You know, uh, it doesn't look human or natural, and it's wild. And I've seen like just what you said. Like, I think that was a thing that really made me like interested in wrestling. There was a kid that was a good wrestler in my middle school, and this big dude was all in his face, and he just hit him with a double leg takedown, and like the whole room was like, you know, nobody was fucking with that kid after that. And I was like, how do I do that? And I think I had in my mind that I want to start wrestling, and then Rob, the dude from Ruiner, kind of like put it on me, you know?
Yeah, those high level wrestling matches are insane, dude. I just like get caught up in them and I go on this whole like binge watch of them. Like when they scramble, like it looks as if they're like skipping through time. Like the fucking movements are so quick and aggressive that
Yeah.
it's insane how they don't get injured much more often than they do. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do y'all follow like collegiate
I don't
Or
follow
any
wrestling
like
at all. I don't follow wrestling at all, but I train with a good amount of wrestlers. And
Mhm.
you feel their stand-up skill is just superior, bro. That's the best stand-up
Yeah,
takedown games that exist, pretty much. Uh,
yeah,
It's I swear to God, wrestling in specific does something to to like your soul. Like I swear to God, those people who do that often, like they have like a like a hardened shell around their shoulder and head that they could just dive in and like really like scoop you off your feet really quick.
oh yeah, it's crazy, man. Like fools. I mean, like so much of our drills I remember in high school was like just like doing neck bridges and spending so much time doing stuff that like tighten up your neck and shoulders.
And normal
And
people see a neck bridge and they'll be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Chill. That's gonna kill you." You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's funny.
Have you seen the
And
video of Tyson doing a neck bridge?
no, but I'm sure it's
Yo,
sick. That dude has the sickest neck ever.
it is crazy. He's a tank, and he's just like he puts the
Yeah.
towel on the floor and he's just going. It's crazy.
Is it like recent or like a
Nah,
classic
it's really
video?
old, man.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like Reese, like he looks great right now, man. I wouldn't. He's incredible. I'm just in awe of that man.
Are you still working out and stuff?
Pretty casually. Like I've been real focused on this record, and that's kind of like the theme of my life is like everything that's not music. I like things and I dabble, but at the end of the day, as soon as music comes around, I'm like I'm gonna go back to that
Mhm.
real quick, you know. So like there's been periods where, uh, like when Trapped Under Ice stopped, Angel Dust wasn't touring. We're just like very casually making music, and I got really focused on weightlifting, and I was up to like 215 as to where I'm like 190 right now, but I'm fatter. Like I'm just like an average dude body now. But like I've just been like casually lifting for like mobility and just like normal everyday health stuff, I guess.